The last time we had my next guest on the show, I had women everywhere thanking me for weeks. So we decided to bring him back, girls. Since he was last here, he's been signed up as a trainer for one of the most popular shows in America, The Biggest Loser USA. And the good news is, you can work up a sweat with him tomorrow morning here in Ireland. But tonight, ladies, he's all mine. Please welcome Jessie Pavelka.
Good to see you.
Jessie, welcome back.
Thank you for having me back.
Okay, we're not going to talk this time. Just take off your shirt and we're just going to
I think we should get right down to business. Right down to business.
Give them what they want.
That's
for God's sake. So listen, that's a big move for you, the Biggest Loser USA. That's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah. It's been a very cool experience. As a trainer, it's kind of what we would call the Super Bowl of fitness, I guess. But it's a lot of pressure too. Trying to make people lose weight in a certain amount of time. But it definitely
because I think you care too much about these big lugs as well, don't you? But you do. You get quite. All these people on these shows pretend to be really invested with the people, but I sense that you actually do get invested, don't you?
It is. I definitely do. I think it's kind of a cross I have to bear, but you can't help but when you listen to these guys, their story and where they've been and where they want to go.
Yeah.
You become very invested in the emotional
side. You see, ladies,
side.
he's really sensitive as well. Isn't he?
A sensitive guy.
We have a little clip of you here with some of your biggest losers.
Okay, all right. Oh, no.
Nice! That's how you do it right there. Own this week. Own this week. Own week 8. You guys stay in this game.
My team's had a tough week. They had to do dishes. They had to clean up people's rooms. So I'm ready to get my team to work. There's going to be a lot.
So there you are.
Dishes.
You see... You know what the girls are thinking now? They're thinking, and he's stern as well sometimes. I like that.
He'll tell me to do the dishes.
But you won't, of course.
I would never do that. No. Never do that.
The thing about you is, though, that you kind of look as if you were maybe just, you know, made up, maybe synthetically, biologically in a gym in LA or something. But you're kind of a farm boy from Texas.
I am, yeah. I grew up a very, very country lifestyle. I grew up
there
on
you
farm,
are, down on the farm now.
Yeah.
Baling some hay there, probably.
Yeah, with a cowboy hat.
There he is taking a rest, having baled
some
hay.
Chaps.
Yeah.
But yeah, I grew up very, very country lifestyle. My dad was a country singer, actually. Grew up on dance hall floors. Yeah. So
I didn't know that.
I loved it. I had a great childhood. I was two-stepping, waltzing, doing the polka as a kid at like 3 years old. So I was a little bit of a country
suddenly,
dancer.
You could be a country singer. You have a great look for it.
Should we do this?
Can you sing?
Yeah. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
Really?
Okay. Do not try to get me to sing right now.
You just said maybe a little bit. That's pretty much I'm going to sing.
Okay.
Go on.
Well, not right now.
Come on.
No, now you're going to make me shy and blush.
He's shy and blushing now, girls. How good is this?
He does this to me every time I come on the show. I've only been here twice.
Okay, if you don't want to sing, then we're going to have to talk about that thing you wouldn't really talk about the last time.
What was that?
Which is that, remember, you're in Texas and you're having this wholesome upbringing on the farm and everything, but you weren't always perfect, Jessie. You did have a kind of...
No, absolutely. Who is, though? Who is? I think... You know, I went through a portion of my life was dedicated to chaos, I think, and kind of making decisions that weren't serving me. I was hanging out with the wrong people, but luckily I had two parents that put some good kind of morals and foundation into my world. And so, though I deviated from what was, I guess, what people would consider as good and wholesome, I came back, I bounced back.
How old were you when you deviated?
Well, I think, 19 to 24 was probably the time.
That's only 5 years.
You're really good at your job, by the way. You're going to start digging.
Listen, believe me, I'm not good at my job. They know. I know. A dead man walking here, Jessie. So, but anyway, yeah.
Well,
so 5 years, really 5 years of madness.
Yeah, but you know what? I learned
chaos.
a lot.
That sounds quite strong. Because normally, I have to say, Jessie, when we hear about the Americans who, I became an alcoholic and I had to go to rehab, it's like I had 3 beers one night.
The thing about Americans is we put it behind closed doors a lot better. I think in Ireland, it's like we're just going to walk the streets gets wasted and just celebrate life. And I think that's a great way to be. But there's this thing in America, I think, if you drink in public and you drink too much, then something's wrong with you. So I think a lot of people feel like they have to do things in isolation.
Okay.
Whether it be drinking, drugging, sex, anything.
And were you doing 1, 2, 3?
Doing all
those?
three. No, I'm
Yeah.
joking. I'm joking.
No, was there drugs involved, or was it just drinking?
No, it was just an unhealthy way of living. I would say that's the best I.
You're
that's the
answering
best
my
I,
question
I know
here.
you're
Was it
really,
just
you're
drink, or
really
was it
doing
just-
this right now.
Listen, there's nobody who's going to judge you for a little bit of drugs.
I know.
But you just
no,
need
I know,
to
but
tell
that
us about
wasn't-
it so that we
that's
can
not
not
what it
judge
was.
you.
It was just bad decisions. I was hanging out with the wrong people.
Okay.
And hanging out with you, I feel like I'm hanging out with the wrong people
being
again.
drug dealers, Jesse?
No.
Okay. Listen,
No.
anyway, you're here now, and the good news is that you're doing boot camp here. Yes?
I am, yes.
So in the morning,
Yes, at 10 a.m.
women can come along.
Yes, and you guys can come along if you want. Do you want to get a workout? Are you interested in that? And it'll be fun, too. It'll be fun and, productive.
And it is unseasonably warm at the moment, isn't it, ladies? Do you think maybe, Jesse, you might have to...
If you guys show up, I may take my shirt off.
And now, I'm sorry for assuming that it's all women going to this. I presume it's mainly men, is it?
I get like maybe, I think we had one in Belfast today, and we had 10 men out of 200 people. And that was a record. I was like, 10 guys, finally, a little bit of testosterone.
And you had a couple of rugby players there as well today?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You know who they were?
No, I don't. Who were they?
Go ahead.
I do not know who they were. Okay. Did Andrew Trimble turn up by any chance?
Maybe, yeah, he did. Yeah.
Was Tommy Bowe there?
Both were there.
Yeah, were they?
And they were trying to steal my women. I had 200 there. No, they
You see, I hadn't thought of going for that reason. Of course, you don't have to go to look at you. You're going because this place is jammed with women.
You should be there tomorrow.
Oh, I'm spoken for, Jesse. Yeah.
There's no price for window shopping.
I'm not allowed window shop.
Neither am I.
What happened about 50 Shades of Grey, by the way? The last time you were here...
I was Plan B. You don't remember
Yeah. Listen, are you glad you weren't in that now? Have you seen it?
I don't know. I never got to watch it. Was it any good?
Oh.
No?
No, it was a bit of a dog.
I didn't get to watch it. So.
No, I have to say, Jesse, I've never seen you act, but I believe this would have been beneath your acting talents to do this, I have to say.
Is that bad, huh?
Yeah. So did they call you up and did you kind of...
I did, I had an audition,
chat with
and
them?
it just didn't work out.
What? I can't imagine that you could have auditioned. And what? You were too wooden? You were more wooden than the. I'm not going to say it because he's local, but like. Yeah.
So you've seen it.
So I wouldn't go around telling people that you went for an audition and didn't get it, because if you saw the guy who got it, the performance he did. Yeah, but we'll
Okay.
we'll
Is that
say
like
nothing.
a movie you go to with your missus?
I think in Ireland, generally, it seemed to be gangs of women went together for some reason.
It was
I'm
kind
not
of,
sure why.
like
Let's go and see an S&M film.
It was like a Justin Bieber concert when Bieber was cool.
Yeah, a bit like that.
Something like that.
With added stuff.
Leather and chains.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the boot camp. It's much more wholesome. So I know that the method you preach is, it's called the Pavelka Health Revolution.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, really briefly, give us the Pavelka Health Revolution.
It's basically, we use 4 elements: movement, food, mind, power, and family. I think movement being exercise, food being nutrition, mind power, focusing on the mindset. That's such a powerful thing that gets overlooked. And then family, community. I think a lot of people try to do it on their own, but it's about connecting with that person that's going to encourage you and support you. So I encourage people to connect with their family, and that doesn't have to be the people in your bloodline that you can't stand, but people you can stand.
Okay, and you need all them supporting you as well.
Those 4 things are essential if you want to succeed in losing weight, being healthy. And it's very basic stuff, but I think that there's a lot of great extreme programs out there, but they're not manageable for most of the world. So I wanted to create something that lived in the in-between, something that people could always turn to, that was a way of life, a way of living, and living right, living healthy. And so that's what that is.
Now, we have a preoccupation at the moment in this country with, well, obesity in general, but childhood obesity in particular. We're getting worried. It's going up and up. We're going to be the most, most children obese in Europe soon and everything. And I suppose we have this thing, Jessie, where you don't want to blame the kids, right? But nobody wants to blame the parents either. But is it anyone's fault, or who do you blame?
Here's the thing. You can't really blame. Well, parents need to take responsibility. You can't tell
So
a
you
5-year-old.
blame the parents?
I hate to say it, but it is up to the parents.
Okay.
It's you can't tell a 5-year-old, get on that scale. Wait a minute, you're 2 pounds overweight. Go for a run. They don't know how to process the responsibility of going to exercise or getting out. The parents have to say, get outdoors and go do something. When I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to be in front of the TV. It was like open the front door and walk outside, and that's your playground. And that's gone away. Now kids live on technology, and there's a place for that. But the outdoors is not being used. Going outside and playing is not a part of it. And then food is the most readily available drug out there. You can go anywhere you want and get the most unhealthy food you want to get. And when you think about what it does to the body's chemistry, we become chemically addicted to that kind of food that is making our children obese and us obese. So it's up to the parents to take charge and be parents.
All right, fair enough. I'm just going to say one thing to you before we finish up. You're not to bring the girls on the team out tonight like you did the last time, because I'm serious. I don't know what happened, but they weren't right for about a week after it. Are you going out tonight?
No, I've got a boot camp tomorrow.
Okay, well I'm glad to hear it. Listen, it's great to see you again,
It's good
Jesse.
to see you
It really
too.
is, yeah.
It's good
Because the thing is, you are genuinely a nice guy. I don't think it's an act.
Did you
with
think otherwise?
Yeah? What?
Did you think otherwise?
I'm just saying that a lot of the Yanks who come over, Ladies and gentlemen, Jessie Pavelka.